Well, we have come to the end. The end of the road. The road that leads us to the sequel trilogy. And Luke Skywalker taking the lightsaber and tossing it over his shoulder. What's up, Headless Horde? This is it, man. We are here. In like less than 90 minutes, we are going to get episode 8 of Ahsoka, the finale. I dropped a video yesterday about what I do and what I don't want to see. I'll tell you what, guys. I'm excited and I'm nervous. What do you guys think? Huh? What's up, chat? Vote in the poll. If you didn't vote on Twitter, vote in this poll because we're going to go through this. I want to see how you guys are feeling tonight. I'll tell you what. I am, I don't know. I mean, we all trust in Dave Filoni, right? That's what we're hoping. I need something tonight that is going to blow my mind. I don't want to see Thrawn get away and Ahsoka stays back because that's what all the rumors are, right? Thrawn's going to win. He's going to get away. Listen, I want a Thrawn win as much as the next guy. Like, we need to establish a big bad. Because, somehow Palpatine returns, and that's a whole other thing. But give me Thrawn as a big bad. But really what I want to see is I don't want to see Ahsoka stay back. That's what everyone's been saying. I hope there's a huge curveball. That's what I need. When I have questions like this, you know what I do? I go to Ryan Milky. That's what I do. What's up, brother?
I don't know what you come to me for, but hey, I'll take it.
Oh, dude.
I apologize for the sweet I have in my mouth. I have a sore throat at the minute, so I'm just trying to soothe that because tonight's going to be a lot of talking for me, so I apologize if it looks like I'm eating. I'm not. I'm just trying to soothe the throat. But hey, I'm here. How you doing? Ahsoka finale, dude.
I'm so nervous. I'm excited, but I'm nervous. Like, I just want it to be fire. Last week was so disappointing for me. It just was disappointing. To me, it felt like a filler episode, unfortunately. I don't know. I went back and watched it. I've seen it 3 times. And the third time, I was like on my phone the whole time because I just didn't care. Like, I don't know, man. After those last 2, were so good. And then we got last week, and I'm like, ooh. Like, the Night Sisters come in and do like, oh, here's Ahsoka. Here you go, bro. Yeah, I don't know. What are you thinking, dude?
I don't know. I loved 5 and 6. But as you all know, I dropped a pretty banger video on 7. And I don't know, maybe 5 and 6 intimidated me a little bit with the knowledge that I clearly don't know everything about Anakin and all that kind of stuff with Vader. And I wouldn't want to upset or offend anybody if I said something wrong. So maybe 7 was a lot easier for me to attack with like that when it comes to content. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. I did genuinely feel like Tell Talk said it fit like a jigsaw right in the piece of where it'll fit within the timeline. We now know going forward where we are in the timeline and what's going on. Like, I've heard rumors that Luke Skywalker could turn up tomorrow night. Like, that's sick if it happens, because Dave Filoni did it in Mandalorian.
Yeah, I would love it. And the other rumor that I've been seeing, and dude, I hate this rumor. Like, I hate it, dude, is that everyone's like, oh, Shin Hati is like, it's like the new Mara Jade. Dude, I hope not. It's not even the same character. Like, Mara Jade was an assassin for Palpatine. She was around during Return of the Jedi, back in Legends or back in the expanded universe. And I don't know.
I watched your video the other day, dude, and I completely agree with every word that you said. Disney need to just leave Shin alone and let her be bad. We need a bad antagonist in the show. Don't let her go good just because it's Disney and everything's princess and Disney castles,
I know. And I really hope that they don't turn her good. I mean,
I agree.
Can't we just have a bad guy be a bad guy? Why does everyone have to have this huge turn? Thrawn will probably never turn, even though, you got to remember Thrawn. So Thrawn doesn't look at himself as a villain or a bad guy. Thrawn looks at himself as a person who can make the galaxy better. Like where Palpatine wanted to rule the galaxy, like that, we knew that was his main thing, and we knew that he wanted to cheat life. He wanted to live forever, and obviously he's still alive at the time of the sequels. But Thrawn doesn't care about ruling the galaxy. Thrawn just wants to make the galaxy better, I guess, in the way he looks at it. So it's different because like he doesn't have force. He doesn't use the force. He's actually afraid of the force. He's a strategist, and and I know you said you did enjoy the last episode with seeing his little ploy and all that kind of stuff, but I still feel like if you read the original book or even the second trilogy, you would see that what they came up with the last episode was so minute and it just wasn't Ron. Like he has come up with much better plans. Even in Rebels, we saw him come up with better plans. And he didn't know that Bendu was going to be like disappearing. But he basically, dude, it's funny when we rewatched that on the breakdowns and we did the Clone Wars watches. We watched it. I totally forgot that Bendu just like boom vanishes. Like when we were watching that, I was like, oh my god, Bendu's about to die right now from Thrawn.
You're literally about to shoot him, and he just disappears.
Right, exactly. But that's how much of a badass that Thrawn is. Like he literally was about to kill Bendu, who might be the most powerful creature or being in the whole galaxy that we've ever met.
Mm-hmm. So just to take it back to Thrawn, I have a good analogy. So think of Thrawn as, like you said, the guy that doesn't really want to have power. Okay. And then think of Palpatine on the other end of that, okay? He wants to have power and rule the galaxy. They both kind of have a lot of knowledge within their own field and stuff. Now, take yourself out of Star Wars. I see those two as a perfect correlation to Sherlock Holmes and Moriarty. Thrawn is Sherlock, whereas Palpatine is Moriarty. Moriarty wants to rule and wants to everyone to know that he did it, whereas Sherlock is happy to stay under the radar but be the smartest man in the room, and that's what I think Thrawn is.
I mean, I agree. I mean, that's basically what I'm thinking too. I mean, I don't know. It's gonna be a really interesting episode, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Let's give a quick shout out for the chat. What's up, everybody? How you guys doing? Umpty, I know I've been messaging Umpty for the last hour about this kind of stuff. What's going on, brother? We have Pro Mike Connor. What's going on, brother? How you doing? We have Anthony Blaze. I'm out later. I don't know what that means. We're not out. We're in. And I heard that you were editing a video for Mr. Anthony Blaze. He told me about that.
Mm-hmm.
What's up, Quick? How you doing, brother? All right, so and Chase, thank you, appreciate it, brother. I know I saw you chat in here somewhere.
Good to see everybody here.
Yeah,
nice.
I know. I saw it earlier. That here we go, right here. Yeah, thank you, brother. I just hit 1K. I appreciate.
How's the 1K live?
1K live was fun. Yeah, and just
you're a millionaire yet?
Yeah, what'd you say?
Are you a millionaire yet?
Am I a millionaire? No, but I'm gonna do some. I'm gonna do a little promotion. I gotta do that, right? my first live since. We're gonna do a small, quick promotion, like 10 seconds. Let's go ahead and share this up. Boom! There it is. I don't know what this is. We have the Headless Net Stark merch store. Link is in the chat. Take a look. Let me see what you guys think. It was fun designing. And it's funny, on the merch store on YouTube, for some reason they're showing the back of it. Like you can kind of see the back of this. It's not showing the front. I got to fix it. I don't know what's going on. But I have 7 items right now with multi-colors. And I know I ordered Lady Stoneheart. She wanted the tank top, so I got her the tank top. I ordered a hoodie. I've had a couple orders. I appreciate it, you guys. Can
I request a hoodie? Can I request a beanie? I'm going to collect YouTuber beanies and
so that was actually one of the next things I was gonna create. Was I saw there was a beanie on there, so I'm gonna definitely be adding that.
Okay, and could you please add multiple colors, because I do like to have a choice of colors.
Oh yeah, there's always I figure with my colors, I feel like I think red and the grays and the blacks and even the whites look good. So I'll probably have all four.
Yeah, I probably think with your logo, I'm thinking, will it have the red circle?
Yep.
Okay, so I'm thinking a white hoodie, a white beanie. Sorry.
So a white beanie. Okay. Yeah, I will probably add that. If not this week, this over the weekend for sure.
Just let me know.
Yeah, definitely. And I know it's weird though, man. It's like the hat they have. I don't love the hat. It's like a trucker hat, right? Which is fine. But like they're telling me, it's so weird. They're telling me my logo is not high quality enough to be on a hat, but then I can blow it up on a hoodie. Like it doesn't make any sense to me. Like the logo on the hat would be smaller, And I'll tell you what.
So you can just put your photo into a converter and convert it to a bigger size, and then you'll have higher quality. And then it re-uploads to the website.
Because like my OG hat, right, has my very, very first logo on it.
Mm-hmm.
And this is actually sewn.
Is that like a patch?
Yeah, it's like sewn on, and I really like that more than the printed. But like this thing I got like overseas. It was like freaking $40. I'm like, dude, no one's paying $40 for my hat, right? So, but I bought one because I knew I would always have it. But I don't know. I'll have to take a look and I'll have to try it. But yeah, so check out the link in the chat if you guys want to check out any merch. If you are a patron or a channel member, you do get 10% off too.
Speaking of hats, we'll just carry on. I don't want to cut you off.
No, you're good, dude. I'm done with it. I'm done with the.
I was gonna say, speaking of hats, Shinhati. Do you think she's gonna turn good?
I hope not, and I don't think it'll be this episode if she does. I think the whole Mara Jade comparison, man, it drives me nuts, dude. Again,
I'm not on for that because I don't know who she is. I know I've heard from her from you and stuff like that, and I know that she's not massive in my head when it comes to canon Star Wars. It's been
I made a video about it about a month and a half ago.
Yeah.
I mean, basically, to give you the quick rundown of Mara Jade. So in the expanded universe, Mara Jade was an assassin hired by Palpatine. Okay, so she was a Force user, and she ended up, her main goal was to try to go assassinate Luke Skywalker. So what ends up happening is after Palpatine dies, her and Luke get stuck together in a confrontation where they have to kind of work together. And at that point, they kind of basically fall in love. Okay. And then she ends up coming to the light. They end up having 2 children. Who's her children? Her children are, why can't I remember this now? Because it's not Jason. It's Jason Solo and Jaina Solo.
Okay.
I can't remember what Luke and Mara Jade's son are, or what his name is. But anyways, long story short, Jason ends up turning to the dark side, which I'm really curious to see what's going to happen with Jason Sedula in the current, lore, because I wonder if they're going to do something with that, because in Legends, or again in the expanded universe, this is what happened, and Jason ended up killing Mara Jade. So that's kind of what happened with that whole situation. So down the line, Mara Jade ends up getting killed by Han Solo and Leia's son, who turns to the dark side. But again, right now we have Kylo Ren. Oh, you know what it is? It's Ben Skywalker. That's who it is. That's what their son is, because they named it after Ben Kenobi. And again, this is Legends. So Disney took Ben and they use it as Kylo Ren. Ben Solo basically. So they've tweaked so much already. That is one of the biggest issues we have. Is that's why I don't know, man. Shinhati she's not even an assassin. She's more of a mercenary. I don't think they're the same.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen. I can't see them introducing somebody like Mara Jade in the finale, because the normal viewing public aren't going to have an absolute clue who she is, and then we're going to have to wait if we get a season 2. So yeah, I don't think we'll get a Mara Jade thing. Hopefully that's not going to happen. Umpty has a good one there. He thinks Sabine will die and Shin will come to the good side and become Ahsoka's new apprentice. Boom.
I don't know. I mean, okay, so let's say that happens, and I kind of like it. I just don't like that Shin will become a good guy already. But if that happens and Jason ends up being like, well, what about me? I thought Ahsoka might have been training me next. Maybe that's what pushes Jason to the dark side, and that's how we get that. And then maybe they do throw Shin more into that Mara Jade, role, I guess. So I don't know.
I want to see a scene between Hu Yang and Jason. I want Hu Yang to give Jason his father's lightsaber.
You want Hu Yang to do what?
I want Hu Yang to give Jason Syndulla his father's lightsaber.
Oh, Kanan's.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, where is Kanan's lightsaber? That's a good point. Do we even know?
Well, I think Hu Yang might have it because I know he was talking in like episode 1 or 2 about the ones that Balin and Shin had. He had some in a cupboard, and he said he had a couple. So
okay, see that's interesting because I figured. I mean, did he not have it when he died? Spoiler alert.
Well, he was holding back the force with the fire, wasn't he?
Yeah, but wouldn't he didn't have it on his belt? Maybe, I don't know. But again, I mean, we've seen lightsabers survive more than that. Unless it's the dark saber, and we just want to get rid of it.
And that just gushes.
Terrible. The other thing I want to talk about tonight is I want to talk about this timeline. I've seen a lot of YouTubers trying to figure out the timeline. Dude, I'm telling you, they're all wrong. I don't know why is this so difficult, but they're all wrong. Even Theory today released a video saying that he thinks that right now we are 14 years into like after Return of the Jedi. Dude, that's wrong. We're not 14 years. It doesn't make any sense. I don't understand where he's getting these numbers. Let's do a little math. All right, who's ready for math class? All right, so let's do some math. So he's saying it's 14 years after Return of the Jedi. So remember, 4 years in between the Battle of Yavin, okay, and Return of the Jedi, the ending. That's 4 years. So that means 18 years. We're 18 years into the future. All right. So Jason Solo, oh my gosh, Jason Solo, Jesus. Ben Solo, okay, was born in 5 ABY, which means he was born 1 year after Return of the Jedi. So then he comes back and says that he thinks Jason Solo right now is 6 years old. How does that make any sense? It makes absolutely no sense. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, maybe I misheard him in his video today. But so let's break it down. Rebels ended approximately 6 months to 1 year before we even meet Luke Skywalker. Okay, and then Luke goes on to destroy the Death Star. Okay, then
I thought it was referenced in the show that he'd been gone for 14 years.
Did you listen to the video?
I thought it was referenced in last week's episode when they were on that council meeting. I thought they said that Thrawn had been gone for 14 years.
They said Thrawn was gone for 14 years?
I believe so. That guy that was questioning Hera was like, why are you so hooked up on trying to do missions to save your friends and to go after a guy that's been missing for 14 years? Speaking of Thrawn. Okay,
yeah, that. So if that's true, that makes sense. That's where I'm going with this. Because basically, Rebels ends, like I said, about 6 months to 1 year before we meet Luke. And then Luke goes and destroys the Death Star. And then 4 years gap between that and Return of the Jedi. So we're looking at about 4 to 5 years, somewhere in that range, right? And then Mando season 1 takes place approximately 5 years after that. So now at Battle of Yavin, remember that is at the end of episode 4, which is the New Hope. So 4 years past that plus 5. So we're at 9 ABY. Again, that's after the Battle of Yavin. All right.
Yeah.
9 years. So right now, Thrawn has already been gone for between 9 and 10 years. Okay. At season 1 of Mando. Season 1 of Mando, we assume is about 1 year. All right. So that now we're 11 years in.
Yeah.
11 years in. We can get Mando season 2. Okay. Mando season 2. We get Grogu. Luke and Grogu go off. So now we're at 12 years. Again, you kind of assume each season is around a year. That's about right, right? And then Dave Filoni came out and said, or it might even actually been John Favreau, he said that Luke and Grogu were together for 2 years. Again, how is that 2 years? I have no idea, but this is what he said. All right. So now we're at 14 already. We're already at 14 years because we were at 11 and then plus the one for Mando season 1. Now we're at 12 and then another year for Mando season 2 plus 2 more. So we're like 14, 15-ish, somewhere right in there.
Okay.
Again, this is after this is when from the time that basically Rebels ended. 14, 15 years. Okay. So at this point, Kylo would already be like 9 or 10. And then what's really, really interesting is in this episode, we see that. All right. We're not throwing the Cleveland Browns duck. That's over. We're moving on from that crappy game. All right, brother. All right. We're going back to Mando now. So Mando season 3 takes place at the same time as episodes 3, 4, 5, and 6 of Ahsoka. It's concurrent. So they kind of are going together, right? Because then in episode 7, we see that they talk about how Moff Gideon has been defeated. So now we're passing Mando season 3. And then obviously we're going to get tonight. So that's got to be some time right there. So the way I look at it is we are approximately in 15 ABY right now. So going into this episode, we're 15 ABY. So that means it's about, and you said they said 14 years though, huh?
I'm sure they said he was gone for 14 years. But
I'm about a year and a half further along than that.
Yeah, but how long did it take her to get to the unknown galaxy in the whale's mouth? It could have been a long time.
Yeah, I mean, who really knows?
So around 14, 15, maximum 16 PBY.
Okay.
I'd say.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of want to go back and watch that scene now. I'm probably going to do that before I watch the new episode because I want to see if they say 14. Because the way I figured it's between 15 and 16. So it's interesting. Okay. I don't know. But again, we're still 2 years away. So again, like I said in his video, he's like, oh, so that will put Ben at 7. No, how is he at 7 years old? At a minimum, he would be at like 8 or 9. So I don't know why people online are getting this wrong.
No idea.
Yeah, I want to see what happens in tonight's episode. If anything happens that is like groundbreaking as far as timeline, I'll probably create a new video on that. But it's really interesting to me. Like I've seen different videos. Like some people are like, oh yeah, we're 9 years past Battle of Yavin. That's impossible. You can't be 9 years. It's way more than 9 years. Again, I sometimes I think, honestly, Ryan, I think people get confused that after the ABY, I think people think that's after Return of the Jedi. And I think they're forgetting those 4 years in between episode 4 and 6. I really think that's what people are doing.
Probably.
I think sometimes people forget. So
yeah,
I don't know.
You lost me when you asked me if you wanted to do maths. I understood what you were saying. But it's all confusing. And like you say, there's a canon storyline and there's a non-canon stuff that's happening alongside it. And they try to fix it and jigsaw it in. So I get it. It can be hard. What's up, Poppin'?
It's just as confusing as the Saw timeline.
I need to watch that. It's going to be good.
Saw X is really good, though. I recommend it. I thought it was good.
Yeah. So, my excitement for Ahsoka is subdued right now because I'm hosting the Horseman tonight. So I'll be 2 hours behind watching it because I'll be doing, obviously, a live stream and then I'm going to go watch it. But yeah, I'm super hyped. I'm super pumped for it. I haven't been this hyped for something Star Wars in a long time because obviously everything else I'd seen except for Solo and Rogue One.
Yep.
Probably what comes close? Probably Spaceballs.
Spaceballs was fun.
I was hyped. I was hyped to watch that. It looked fun.
That was a fun watch party. That was pretty cool.
Let's get back to the Ahsoka chat.
Yep.
what can happen in the next hour? It's going to come out in an hour. What can happen that makes you weep like a child? Like, oh my god, this is 11 out of 10. Like the best thing ever.
Yeah, I would say, I know someone's being left behind, right? And Ezra has that line in the last episode. He's excited to go home. It would be kind of crazy if they all escape except for Ezra again. Maybe Ezra dies. I don't know. Like I don't know, dude. I just don't love the character right now. Like I know a lot of people have they think he's doing a really good job. But here's my thing. So we last saw Ezra when he was probably what do you think he was? About 16 or 17 at the end of Rebels?
Yeah, I would
18
think so.
max. So we're talking, we haven't seen Ezra in like 14 to 16 years, wherever that timeline is. So this kid who was maybe 18 or 20 tops, he's now in his 30s. And I guess the thing I don't like is he still acts like a little kid with his jokes. He's joking around. Like, how has he not asked Sabine yet about how she even got there? Because she's obviously hiding it. Yeah. She's obviously hiding it because everything that Ezra did, the whole sacrifice in Rebels to take Thrawn to this other galaxy, she basically blew it.
Retconned it, yeah.
Yeah, like, why is he not asking these questions? And this is why I'm holding on a little bit of hope that maybe he's still being controlled by the Night Sisters. And I think that would be a great twist. I just don't know after watching last episode if that's going to happen or not. Because I'll be honest with you, Ryan. I need to see more from the Night Sisters. I do. Like, it's cool. We get the little bit of magic. They find Ahsoka. Great. But can we see something like we saw? Like when they gave Darth Maul his legs? Like, that was amazing.
We might hear some good stuff from them. I've heard in the grapevine that Elsbeth could be given some Night Sister swords and she fights Ahsoka with them. I heard that from, I think it was Den of Nerds. You spoke about him a lot.
Yeah, so I did not watch Josh's last video because I did not. I was trying to go into this episode with the least amount of spoilers. I knew.
Does he get it right?
What'd you say?
Does he always get it right? I apologize if I've just dropped one on you there.
No, I mean he's gotten some right, some wrong. It's hit or miss. But I know he's been kind of like talking about it, and I'm kind of been shutting it off because I don't want to know as much for this last episode. There's definitely things he got right throughout the season that we've talked about in lives before, on the pre-shows. But there's definitely a lot wrong too.
Yeah.
Umpty said that I'd be acting like a little kid if you lived up with the crab folks too. No one to stimulate. I get it. I guess I just want to know, I made that video a couple weeks ago about like what Thrawn and Ezra have been doing for the last 12 years. Like, it'd be interesting. Like, I wish I go back to okay, so let's go back a little bit. So episode 3 is the big space chase, right? And that's when we see Ezra floating, or not Ezra, but we see Ahsoka floating around in the spaceship and through the air, and okay, good fun, whatever. Dude, how much better would that have been if they would just kind of, okay, listen, we're going here, fine, we're done. We get a small chase, but then we get like 20 minutes of like Thrawn and Ezra, like a montage of what they've been doing for 10 years or 12 years. Like, I don't know. I just feel like there's so much more they could have done instead of just like a basic space battle. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I think there's still secrets behind the relationship between Thrawn and Ezra.
So do I.
You could be onto something that he isn't who we think he is, and maybe he's being used by the Dark Sisters. I haven't got a clue. Or maybe Thrawn just was afraid of him and doesn't want to confront him ever again. He underestimated for the first time a Jedi, or I don't know, and he was a kid as well. So that's probably why he's afraid to. That's why he's trying to run away now and get away from Ahsoka, because he's just learned that Ahsoka's obviously he knows that she's older than Ezra, and then he just learned that she was trained by the Dark Sith Lord Vader. And I like how he even called him Commander Anakin Skywalker, because they used to work together, which was really nice, a nice touch. But yeah, I just think he's petrified inside. He's petrified, but he uses his mind and to get away. So I don't know where we're going to go with it.
Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting, and like so on Twitter today, I put a poll. So here, let's share this out real quick, and then we'll see what the chat says too, because it's the same question. So I put, I said, how are you feeling about tonight's finale? So it's interesting. There's 17 total votes, which is so weird, dude. 179 views, but only 17 people voted. It's like, what? Like, why? Like, how hard is it to click? But whatever. It is what it is.
Oh, it's impressions, isn't it? So it's when you're scrolling through your phone, you might see it and then just keep scrolling at it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Whenever I see something to vote on, I just click it. Like, it takes a second, but that's fine. Yeah. But yeah, it's interesting. It's almost 50-50. 52.9% are excited when we have 47.9%, or 47.1% who are a little bit nervous. And if we go check out what the chat said, it's a little bit higher. 62% say excited, 38% say nervous. So it's interesting because I think overall, I think that we've enjoyed the season, and I know I have enjoyed it. I've had a few issues here and there, but I think overall, I mean, I don't know. What would you give it so far? I'd say probably overall, I give it like an 8.5.
7.5.
7.5.
Yeah, overall 7.5 so far, but it could be bumped up to an 8 or a 9 by tonight.
Yeah, I don't think it's as good as Mando season 2. I think Mando season 2 is like that's like the best they probably have done. But I still think the best episode that we've seen is episode 6 and 5. I think that's still probably the best Star Wars we've had. We've had. Unfortunately, there's just been some misses with episodes 1 and 2, and for me 7. But I mean,
I feel no matter how good it is, unless you're giving me Game of Thrones style, 10 episodes a season, 1 hour every episode, to deep dive into every character and all the storylines, then nothing will ever get a 10, because that's where that sits. So even though Ahsoka is fantastic and I've loved it, it just doesn't get that 10 because it isn't 10 episodes and an hour long each episode.
Yeah,
I'm conditioned to that kind of content and that kind of storytelling.
Yeah, no, I agree. And again, when you have 8 episodes, I guess it's just harder. I mean, because even look at
So you've not heard the rumors about how long this one is then? I know how long this next episode is.
I heard it's not as long as we want it.
Well, how long do you want?
I want an hour and 15 minutes, but it's not going to be that long. No, it's not. It's
49 minutes including credits. It's 42 or 43 core content.
Yeah, so 40 or 42. Yeah, which kind of stinks because we had that one episode which was super short. I think that was episode 3. 3 and 4 should have been together. 1 and 2 should have been together, and we should have 2 more. We should have 2 more episodes. I mean, Mando season 3 was terrible. It was terrible. I mean, Willow. Now let's not get crazy. Willow season 2 would have been epic.
We needed it.
We needed it to make sense of season 1. Yeah, we're never gonna get Willow again. So
I never say never. Never say never. We might get it sometime.
I know. When I talked to Warwick earlier this year about it, he did not seem very enthusiastic about.
Yeah. Well, I want my TikTok Avengers back, so
Yeah, TikTok Avengers. It was terrible, dude. I'm thinking back to Willow, dude. It's like there was like 2 good episodes. Everything else was like blah. But anyways, all right. So we've been on for almost 40 minutes. I need to go rewatch. I'm actually gonna try to rewatch the entire episode before this new one. So, final predictions for this pre-show. I am hoping, and again, I did drop a video on this, so I'll just kind of sum it up a little bit. So if you want to hear all of the thoughts, check that video out after this live. But I think that the top 3 things I want to see is I do not want to see Shin turn into a good guy. Now, granted, it may happen down the road. I just don't want it to happen in this episode because Ahsoka literally just stuck her hand out, and then all of a sudden in this episode, she's going to switch. I hope that's not right. Number 2, I hope that Thrawn does win, and I hope he wins in a big way. Like, I would not have a problem with someone dying. I just wouldn't.
Someone needs to.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, we know these characters aren't even around in the sequel trilogy. Now, granted, they can do whatever they want. They can make them disappear or whatever. But I would have no problem with the character dying, like Sabine or Ezra. Honestly, I mean, we know Ahsoka's not going to die. Like we know that.
She can't. She's immortal. That's another subject for another video.
Yeah, and I don't know. I really don't think we're going to see Balin die either because I think
that's one of my 3 wants for the episode.
Yeah, I don't see how they can just kill him off because he's probably the most interesting character in the show.
If they kill him off, it'd be like taking a razor blade to all the fans.
Yeah, I think people would riot, dude. I really do. I think there'll be so much negativity if they kill him. So what is that? That's 2 or 2.5, I guess.
Yeah.
And then the other thing is I don't want Balin to be called to Palpatine.
It can't happen.
I don't want it. It wouldn't like. How are they going to explain that Palpatine's all of a sudden in this new universe? I don't know. We have a super chat. We have a super chat.
Yeah, we do.
The amazing Poppin in the Show Me State. 99 cents for my boy Jar Jar. I'll give Jar Jar 99 cents of the $2. Yes, you got it.
So with that $2, Charles, you could have bought Jar Jar flip-flops from Headless's merch store.
Right. You have the 10% on Patreon. You could have went and bought the flip-flops. You could maybe I'll make some Jar Jar.
Or razor blades, whichever one you want.
Or razor blades.
So I'll give you my top 3 things that I want to happen with this. I think it's obvious that we're going to get a Thrawn win because that's always what happens when you meet Thrawn for the first time. He wins, he shows you how powerful he is, and then he gets beaten in the downfall. So I'm not even going to put that in as my 3 because that's obvious.
All right.
I would like to see the World Between Worlds one more time.
Yeah, me too.
I need to see it in this episode. I would like to see Balin's character continue past the end of this season, whether that be into a second season or into the movies as a recasted character, because unfortunately Ray Stevenson is no longer with us. I've literally been binging Star Wars Celebration stuff because him and Lars Mikkelsen were on the stage, and it was amazing. And I didn't even know the guy was English. I might even be Welsh because that accent was pretty strong. And then my third, so I would like to see Sabine die in this season.
I'm kind of over her character. It's not doing it for me.
I was weighing it up, Ezra or Sabine, and I think it needs to be Sabine.
Yeah, it's just not doing it for me, man. I don't know. The character that we saw in Rebels is not the same character we're getting in live action, unfortunately. I'm actually more okay with Ezra than Sabine at this point because Sabine I don't know, man. It's just something with it. I don't know. Maybe she doesn't.
Nothing against the actress because she's fantastic, but just the character, it's boring.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'm just not crazy about it. I agree with that. I would be okay with Sabine dying at this point because I just feel like
by the hands of Shin, that would be cool.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'd be all right with that.
You were the reason my master left me.
I guess my big thing is what I guess if I had to pick one thing to see, I would absolutely love for them to bring Abeloth into this. And if you don't know who Abeloth is, I dropped a pretty good video on that last week. But long story short, Abeloth is never in Star Wars, like in the current lore. She was the mother, and there was never any father. That's like we get in the Mortis arc in Clone Wars. So the mother was kind of like it was the mother who was like the balance between the son and the daughter, and then they changed it in Clone Wars. They made it the father was the balance, and there's no mother at all. Well, in Legends, it's the mother, and what happens is she ends up getting disfigured into like this crazy creature, and then she ends up taking on the persona of Abeloth, and to me, from everything I've read and remember reading about, to me, she's way more powerful than the father. And I would love for them to.
What about the Zepho?
What'd you say?
Sorry to cut you. What about the Zepho? I just can't get behind this Abeloth thing. It's come out of nowhere for me. Like I've never heard of the name ever, and I get that it kind of fits with the father, the daughter, the son, and then the mother. Yeah. That all fits. I get it, but then I don't know. Like I'd be more combined to get behind the Zepho stuff with the, the stuff from the Last Jedi games, or if is it Last Survivor? I don't know the name of the game.
Yeah,
all of the stuff in that game, it's the same as the orbs that the witches have got. There was the font on the stones that kind of matched the game. And I think we're going down that path more likely.
And I would be all right with that. I mean, for people who have no idea what we're talking about, I'll just pull up this quick little blurb of what the Zepho is. So Zepho is from Fallen Order, or Fallen Jedi. So Zepho is a large planet that is located in the Outer Rim and was once home to a small community of archaeologists and pioneers who dared to venture from the core worlds of the Republic. Unfortunately, this quiet community was destroyed by the Galactic Empire, or when the Galactic Empire rose to power. So here are some screenshots that we get from, Jedi Survivor. So it would be really interesting. And I'll tell you what, I'd be in on this. As long as we get a live action Cal Kestis, then.
Cal Kestis cameo was just announced for Comic-Con Scotland this weekend. He's going to be there. It would be epic if he's in this episode, and then his first appearance is the one I'm going to. It'd be sick.
Yeah, it would be pretty cool.
Because I've heard rumors that he might even turn up as a Jedi, like in costume
at the con. That'd be pretty cool. Yeah, take some video of that.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah, I'm hoping that Cal, or not Cal. Was it? Is it? What's his first name? Monahan. What's his first name?
Oh,
I know. Now it's killing me. Right? It's not Kevin. It's let me look it up.
Cameron,
yeah, Cameron Monahan. Dude, I can't believe he has never come to any of the main cons that I go to. It's a crazy. Like, it would be such a good get. I mean, again, he seems like he does a lot of stuff overseas though. So is he British, or what is he? Like,
I think he is. I know. Joe let me know that he was the annoying next door neighbor in Malcolm in the Middle. Like,
was he really?
He was the kid. He was the annoying next door neighbor. So I didn't know that until Joe let me know.
Yeah, I mean, the first time I remember seeing him was in Shameless, and then he was Joker in a few episodes in Gotham.
You're on about the US Shameless.
The US Shameless.
Yeah, I never watched that because we had the original.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he was one of the kids in that, so he was really good in it too. But I don't know. It's interesting. So, but yeah, I mean, if they could do something with that and bringing Cal Kestis into live action, I would love it. Obviously, anything with Mara Jade, but I just don't want it to be Shin.
I just don't want it to be Palpatine.
I don't want it to be Palpatine that he is seeking toward. I hope it's something good. I don't even know if we'll find that out tonight, though. I'll be honest with you. I think that's one of the big. I think that's one of the big
crescendos.
One of the. Oh my God, what's the word?
Cliffhanger,
right? Thank you. One of the big cliffhangers for the episode. I think it's going to be like him walking up. I'm willing to bet it's going to be the last part of the episode. I just hope we don't hear Palpatine's voice.
I'd like it to be an end credit, like finish off the story with Ahsoka and that, and then end credit it.
Yeah,
for the movies.
Yeah, I mean they did what they did. They didn't do anything in Mando season 3, right? But they did it in Book of Boba.
Unless Lizzo was back there reading a book or something.
Yeah. I don't think in Mando 3 they did much. Alyssa was Lizzo, maybe. I'm not sure. It's so bad, dude. Umpty says, I always thought the Jedi Purge would play in this. Yeah, that'd be cool, man. Because it's about a group of kids. Here's my thoughts on Skeleton Crew. I hope we get it sooner rather than later. I don't know if Star Wars can survive, dude, like a whole year or even
I've heard 25 release.
Is that what they're talking? 25?
I've heard a Skeleton Crew could be 25 release.
Dude, Skeleton Crew originally was supposed to re-release in December. Now it's being pushed over a year? That's crazy.
Yeah, you got to remember that next year we're going to get House of the Dragon back. We're going to get all these things back. So I don't know if Disney's going to compete against all those big ones.
I don't know.
Especially with a show like Skeleton Crew.
I think it's a fail for Star Wars if they release nothing next year. Like, I mean, they have to have some of it filmed. I mean, if it really was talking about, I mean, even Acolyte was supposed to be released next May or June. I mean, so how long is the striping going? So what? June, July, August, September,
4 months.
October. So we're about 5 months in. So, you know, so have you back everything's backed up 5 months then? I mean, I think that it's supposed to be over next week. I know they're meeting again either tomorrow or the next day. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I just don't know. I don't know. I don't know if Star Wars will survive unless this finale is so darn epic that we just everyone's like, let's go. Because I'll tell you what, if last episode was the final, it would have been a mess. Because I don't think many people liked it. But yeah, I mean, again, I would like something with Abeloth. If not Abeloth, then something with with Cal Kestis and the Zeppo, something different. I mean, I don't know. What do you think? Do you think that we're gonna have like one person left behind or several people left behind? Nobody left behind. I mean, something's got to happen, right?
I think Balin had a good conversation or a good comment about Ahsoka. He didn't want to kill her. He doesn't want to fight her. He is enamored by her because there isn't many Jedi left. They were his words, not mine. They were his words. There aren't many Jedi left.
Yeah.
How apropos would it be if Ahsoka and Balin are the ones left behind?
Yeah, I was kind of thinking that last week after Balin kind of went off on his own. I don't know. I feel like something's going to happen with Ezra.
Maybe he's looking for the world between worlds and she can help him get there.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why there's ads coming in the middle of my lives. I'm trying to figure out how to turn that off. I don't know why it does that. At most lives I watch, they usually doesn't happen. I don't know why it's doing that. I've looked at my settings and I can't figure it out.
Just click the skip button when it comes up, guys. It's all support. Yeah,
it's usually like 5 seconds, but like it is funny. Like when I watch most lives, ads usually don't come up, and I didn't want to set it like that. So I have to figure it out. I might email them and see like what do I need to click, because I was looking at it today about it because I know people are saying about that on the 1K live that the ads came up like 3 times. Like I know on a replay it'll come up. But on a live, like have you ever watched a live where an ad comes up? I just don't remember.
Yeah, I watch it on theories all the time, and yeah.
Even when you're watching,
listening, watching theory live breakdown reaction or like the live watch parties.
Well, right, but I'm saying like you're saying like a live like
live watch party, dude, every week. Yeah.
Okay, maybe I'm not paying attention then. I don't know.
But I also have YouTube Premium, so it depends. If I'm in my account, I don't get ads because I've got YouTube Premium. But if I'm in my other accounts, I get ads because obviously I don't share Premium over there.
Oh, okay. I don't know because I know a couple of people have reached out about it, and I was like, ooh, I don't know. And then Poppin says he doesn't get any ads. I don't know. And Poppin, you don't have YouTube Premium, do you? I don't think he does. I don't know. Yes, it's because I need to make all those pennies. All right, I don't know. Any last final thoughts here? I'm not sure if I'm able to watch this other episode now. I might have to skip through it, but any final thoughts, Ryan, until tomorrow, until we kind of get back? Oh, he does have.
Yeah, until we reconvene. I would like it to just be a banger of an episode, and just Dave Filoni seal it off with a nice bow, and maybe Disney will be like, "Hey, you know what? We trust you. Everybody else trusts you. The fandom seem to love you."
Mm-hmm.
And then immediately tomorrow, a news bulletin: Disney has fired Kathleen Kennedy. That would be nice, but it's not going to happen.
That would be, so that would be awesome.
Yeah, and I'm going to go back and watch Andor because I never did, and I'm going to try it. I don't know. We'll see.
I don't know. I mean,
we have very varying differences of opinion, and that's why we love these conversations. So maybe I'll enjoy it if you didn't.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I don't know.
I might buy some books as well. I might buy the Thrawn trilogy book.
Andor again, dude. It's brutal. It's like every episode it's like so much longer than these episodes, which I don't understand why Andor was always so long.
I'd love that. I just said I want 1 hour episodes, so if you give me 1 hour episodes,
Dude, it's just like I just
political. I love it.
just nothing happens. It's so dry, and it's just I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Maybe we'll do. Maybe we'll watch it together. Maybe I'll watch it with you. And maybe I'll put it on Patreon. So if you haven't watched Andor, or you want to see me and Ryan react and see two completely different versions of the show, maybe we can do that. You game with that?
I'm down. Yeah, I'm always game to do anything. You know me.
Maybe we could do like 1 a week or 2 a week or something. We'll figure it out. We'll talk offline and try to figure it out. So, but all right. Empty said he does like Andor. I don't know.
I will be live on the Horseman in half an hour, so if people want to come over. I know Ahsoka's on at the same time, so I get it. But I've planned some nice slideshows and stuff. It's gonna be a fun game, fun night.
Wait till this episode's over before you play the games, and I'll come over. I'll definitely.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, I know.
It's just a slideshow of I got 14 English/Scottish phrases and terms. I'm going to see if the Horsemen know what any of them mean and things like that. It's going to be fun. We're also going to check out some Dish Tracker posts, and we've also got some channel shout-outs. But more importantly, I want to shout out before Headless gets us out of here.
Yeah.
Wednesday, I'm on double duty, right? So I'm talking with Headless straight after BOP about Ahsoka. But before that, I'm going to be joining Dino Joe 23 over on his channel for his very first live stream, guys. I know how we all felt on our first live streams. It was quite daunting and quite like thingy. So it'd be great if anybody in the chat that's listening to me now could go over there at 10 p.m. UK time. So I believe that's 4 o'clock Central.
It's 4 o'clock Central, 5 o'clock.
Yeah, there we go.
Yep.
I've only been doing this for 2.5 years, so I'm getting it right slowly. But yeah, if you guys could come over, hit the like button on there and let him know that he's doing a great job with his first live, I know he'd appreciate it, and I'd definitely appreciate it.
Is he talking? Is he talking to Ahsoka?
Yeah, we're doing a Ahsoka breakdown 10 p.m. and an Ahsoka breakdown with you straight after BOP. I'm doing double duty tomorrow.
Okay.
It's going to be fun. Right. And then no Tell Talks on Thursday because we're doing it live on Friday at the Comic-Con.
Yeah, I'll tomorrow 5, so that'd be 5 p.m. for me. I could probably jump in for like the first bit, and then I know I have planned later that evening until we go live. So, but I'll definitely be there. So that's cool.
Even if people can't sit and chat, just pop in, let him know that people are there for him, and then watch it on the rerun if you have to. I'd appreciate it.
Yep, absolutely. All right, guys, enjoy the episode. I'll see you over at Horseman eventually tonight. I hope you get a banger, and I think that's it.
With you.
Yeah. All right, guys. I appreciate it. Check out Patreon. Check out the channel membership. And check out the new merch store. The link was up there on the top. It'll be down in the description of the video. I appreciate it very, very much, guys. And we will see you guys in the next video. And stay milky. And don't forget, keep those heads on. We'll see you guys soon. As soon as I click this button.